And in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how you can build yourself a super simple 1.19.73 XP farm. And guys, this XP farm will work on any device that runs Minecraft Bedrock, meaning mcpe, PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, or Windows 10 editions. And yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get straight to the video. And right now on screen, you guys are seeing the materials required to build this farm. Once you guys have gathered all the resources, you can move on with the video. Guys, as you can see, this farm will utilize zero-tick functionality. And for those who don't know what zero-tick is, it basically has to do with moving some blocks really fast, causing our plants to grow quickly. And since these zero-tick farms like to break, there's only one way to prevent that. And that is to build the entire farm in one chunk. So as you guys can see right here, this demo farm that I've built is entirely inside these borders. And this will help increase the reliability and stability of this farm. So you guys are going to want to make sure you build this farm inside a chunk. So before we get to building, I'll be showing you guys how you guys can see chunk borders like this. And for those who already know, you guys can skip to this timestamp right here. So there's actually two ways in which you guys can find these chunk borders. One is by using a mod or a resource pack like this one right here, and the other one is manual. So this resource pack method will work if you guys are playing on mcpe or the Windows 10 editions. And this will also work if you guys are able to import files onto your PS4, Xbox, or Switch. But for the consoles, I recommend you guys do the manual method. So first, I'll show you guys how you guys can do the resource pack method. So by firstly following the link in the description, you guys should end up right here. This is the website where you can download the resource pack, and this is made by a fellow YouTuber. But then all you guys want to do is scroll down here and click the latest version right here. So for me, it's Markers V2 2.8. And once you've clicked it, you can press this download link button. Then the file should automatically download. And you guys are going to want to pull up your file manager on your device. And as you guys can see, it's a zip file. So you guys are going to want to right click that and then extract all of it. Once you've extracted it, you should see another folder right here. You can go ahead and open that. And then inside, you should see a mcpack file. Go ahead and open that. That should open your Minecraft and then say import started. So for you, it should say import successful. For me, it failed because I already have the file. So once you have the downloaded, and go ahead and press the pen icon next to the world where you guys want to build this farm. Then scroll down to resource packs and then go to my packs. In here, you should see the markers pack right here. Click on that and then press activate. Now you can reopen your world. And now to see the chunk borders, you guys are just going to want to go into the rough general area where you guys want to build your farm and then place down an armor stand. Then go ahead and put the banner in its hands, and then now you guys are going to want to shift right click twice. So as you guys can see, this is the chunk border in which you guys are going to want to build your farm. Now I'll show you guys the manual method, which works on any device. And to do that, you guys are going to want to press escape right here, go into settings, and then scroll down a bit right here until you see your seed. Now you guys are going to want to copy down this number and then escape out, and on the top left corner you should see my coordinates. And you guys are also going to want to note down your X coordinate and your Z coordinate. That should be the first and the last number. So for me, that's -262 and then 234. And guys, these coordinates should be roughly where you guys want to build your farm. So now you guys are going to want to follow the link in the description to this chunk-based website. And then you guys are going to want to come down here to the seed area. Then go ahead and paste in your seed. And if it's in Java edition, please make sure to change it to Bedrock. Then you guys are going to want to fill in these X and Z fields with the general area where you guys want to build your farm, and then just press go. So the red dot is where you are in game. And now you can choose any chunk of your choice. Then basically double click right here to see the coordinates of all four corners. And then you guys are going to want to write that down. And once you've written down all four coordinates, now we can get back into the game. And as you guys can see, I've put down the red concrete blocks right here in the same coordinates as we found out from the website. And basically all you guys want to do is make sure your farm is within those four dots. If you guys can do that, this should work perfectly. And now we can get to building this farm. So firstly, grab all the materials listed before. Then enter into our area and then place down a T shape like this. Then place a lever right here, followed by a repeater, a piece of redstone dust, and then finally a redstone torch. If you guys did it correctly, this should be a super fast redstone clock. Now we can stop it real quick by flicking this lever. Now go ahead and then place in 4 blocks right here and in front as well. Then go ahead and place 2 more right here, followed up by sticky pistons facing this way on these 2 blocks. Now you can run a little redstone line up here to power our pistons. Then you can cover up this block right here and then place in 3 blocks on either side of our pistons. Now grab your sand, place 2 on the face of the piston, and then 2 more on each extended hand. So it should look a little like this. Now you can just go ahead and cover all of this up by placing a row of blocks up here. Once you're done, we can move on to the next step. Now for the next step, grab 2 more blocks and place them right here, and then 2 more normal pistons on top. Then you can go ahead and place in 3 blocks on either side like this, making sure it's 3 blocks high. Now repeat that on this side as well. You can place 2 solid blocks right here, followed up by 2 more slabs, and then 2 trapdoors. Then grab your solid blocks and then place them all the way across right here. So that should outline our entire front area. Then grab your glass panes and then place 4 of them in the front like so. Now you can go ahead and make your way inside through the top. Place 2 signs on either side of the walls, then grab your water bucket and then waterlog each slab. Now that you're here, you can also place in your 2 kelp right there. Now in the next step, we want to connect up this redstone to the top row of pistons. To do that, place a block right here, followed by a redstone torch. Then place a solid block on top of that redstone torch, another redstone torch, and then another solid block. Now place 1 more torch, and this torch should be off. Then go ahead and place a block right here. Now grab your redstone dust, and then place 1 up here, and then 5 more exactly like so. Make sure that it's exactly like this. Now, so we can easily get up here to fix any broken kelp, I recommend you guys grab your ladders and then place them all the way along up here. And now for the last step, go ahead and place in 2 double chests like so. Then make your way up here and then break this block and replace it with a hopper going into our chest. You're going to want to do that for both sides. And a quick tip to place the hopper into the chest, you guys should crouch and then place the hopper. And then now take your 4 smokers and then place them on the floor. Then grab your 4 hoppers and then place them exactly like so, directly from the chest into our smokers. Now come in front right here and then break these 3 blocks all the way across, right in front of our smokers. Then place 4 double chests like this. Once you're done, make space right here. Then shift click some more hoppers directly into our chests. And for the final step, you guys are going to want to grab your levers and then place them on top of our smokers. And that should be this farm complete. And now I'll show you guys how you guys can use it. And now to use this farm, firstly, you guys are going to want to get a little bit of coal. And this coal is needed just to get the farm started up at first. So now you guys are going to want to go ahead and load up each smoker with a couple pieces of coal. And once you have done that, you guys can go ahead and turn on this farm. And as soon as you do so, you should be getting a whole bunch of kelp like that. And the kelp will basically go into our chest right here and then super quickly get sucked into our furnace. And as you guys can see, we already have a whole bunch of kelp right here. And then all of the dried kelp will go right into our chest down here. And once you guys have let this farm run for a bit, you guys should end up with a bit of kelp. You guys can now take all of this kelp and then make it into a new fuel source. And to do that, you guys are going to want to get yourself a crafting table and then click into it. And as you guys can see, we can make dried kelp blocks. So go ahead and make all of that. And once our smokers have run out of fuel, you can craft up all of the dried kelp into dried kelp blocks, and you can actually now go ahead and use this as a new source of fuel. So basically now we have infinite fuel. And now I'll show you how you can get the XP. So all you guys have to do is basically flick these levers right here in front of these smokers. And then now wait until we get at least 5 pieces of kelp. And once that's done, you can go ahead and take the kelp out, and as you guys can see, we got some XP. If you take it from the rest as well, you should end up with a good source of XP. So as you guys can see, just from 5, we already have 2 levels, and all you guys have to do is just wait here and then just keep on collecting the dried kelp as soon as you get 5. And guys, only pick it up when you have 5. If not, you'll not get enough XP. And you guys can even expand this all the way across and then just keep on collecting it, and after a couple minutes you should end up with enough XP to do whatever you want. And guys, before I end up the video, here are some tips to maintain this farm and to make sure it doesn't break. So anytime you guys are not using this farm, I recommend that you guys turn it off like this. And this is whenever you're not using it or whenever you're leaving the general area. So when these chunks will be unloaded, I recommend you guys turn it off to avoid it from breaking. But yeah, if it breaks, you guys can always go ahead and replace the kelp blocks. And if the kelp blocks are not growing, even though our farm is on, you guys can break this block right here and then make sure there are no blocks underneath there, as that is a very important step. Because sometimes the sand might slip down and the kelp will stop growing. So you can go ahead and break the blocks down here and then replace the kelp, and that should fix everything. And yeah, that's it, infinite XP.